thing comes from here. Okay, if we want to find the sine of 15 using a half angle identity, then finding the sine of 15 would be, we would use the 30 degrees with our half angle identity for sine. So the half angle identity for sine would be the square root of 1 minus cosine x over 2, right? So what angle would go in place of x if we're trying to find 15? We would put a 30 in there. So then, and it's also, it might be positive or negative. How do I know it's positive? Quadrant 1. So then I go 1 minus the cosine of 30. What's the cosine of 30? Square root of 3 over 2. We've memorized that from our chart. All over 2. Now we need to simplify this fraction, so we get 2 over 2 minus square root of 3 over 2 over 2 over 1. You'll see why I did that in a minute. So I need a common denominator so I can combine those together, and I turned that into a fraction so it's easy to copy dot flip. Okay, so that gives me 2 minus square root of 3 over 2, and then I copy dot flip the 1/2. So that gives me 2 minus square root of 3 over 4. Well, whenever you have a fraction, here's the important part for the question that was asked. Whenever you have a fraction in a square root like this, it can always be written as two separate square roots, like the square root of the top of the fraction over the square root of the bottom of the fraction. So you can take a big square root like this and separate it into a square root for the numerator and a square root for the denominator. And then we can't simplify this at all because it's not perfect squares. But look at how 4 is a perfect square. So the square root of 4 is just plain old 2 without the square root.
Oh, because I thought the square root was on the denominator as well, but it's not.
It is here.
Well, no, in the finding, yeah.
And so then we separated it and took the square root of the 4 and we get 2. If you look closely, I'm pretty sure there won't be a square root over that number.
Because that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
The exact same thing, but they just changed it to a 2.
Nope, I think it's the square root of 4. Pretty sure. Okay. I was not sure how to explain that in an email.